There's also another thing in baseball, and it's a stat called BvP. Are you familiar with BvP?
I'm not familiar with
It's batter
the BvP.
versus pitcher, okay? And there's two sides of this argument in DFS. It is a polarizing argument in DFS.
Yeah.
There are your pro BvP people,
Right.
Which takes a look into a batter's past against the pitcher.
Okay.
And then you are the guys from more of the analytical side that say, those are all independent events. There's lots of things. There's small sample sizes.
Mm-hmm.
BvP is not really a real thing. You were a B, and you VP'd. I want to get your take. Do you think BvP is a real thing when it comes to being in the box against a pitcher? Like, what's your take on it?
My take is if I know, well, okay, I'll give you two different examples.
I'm really interested to hear the answer to this.
If I were facing Mark Burley, and Burley be the first to tell you, he knew most likely I was going to get a hit against him. I think I was lifetime 500 hitter against him, and it was just inevitable. I'd walk up to the plate and he'd give me one of these. So with him, it was just like, this is going to be fun. I'm going to get a hit. And then there's the other end of it, the Daniel Cabrera's. Daniel Cabrera was like 6'8", 300 pounds, was with Baltimore. Threw 100, didn't know where it was going, and had a 90-mile-an-hour breaking ball that looked like his fastball. I didn't have a chance. I knew it. He probably knew it, but I don't think he really cared. Like, I don't know what was going on in his head. That's why I really wasn't comfortable. I was more scared than worried about actually getting a hit. But I think I started off like 0 for 20-something against him. So the numbers probably weren't too good from an analytical standpoint. But when he actually tried to start pitching and it started getting down to like 92, 93, then you could bet on me. Because then it was like, he's actually trying to pitch, which is not going to work out for him, and by that time he was out of the game.
What you were saying is a batter does get excited. I can't speak for you, but for you, you would get excited when you knew you were going to face someone you can destroy. You can hit their ball.
It's a comfort level. Yeah, it's a comfort level of knowing. If you know, especially guys you face a lot, it's like, okay, I know what he has. I know how he's most likely going to attack me, so I'm prepared for a lot of it. Now you have kids that are coming up that they're throwing 95, 96, and the ball's moving all over the place, just like, where are these guys coming from? And that's kind of like the argument of, could this guy do this in this day and age? If somebody in the 60s could still put up the same numbers they could in this game now, I don't think they could, because the game has changed so much. And I saw it just in my time from day one to my last day. It's like I went from like the lefties facing Jim Parquet and Jamie Moyer and Barry Zito, like pitchers, and that were left-handed, now to power arms and Lester and Price and Moore, and I mean, list goes on. So
Great.
The game changes in a decade, and so it's been eye-opening. It's fun to watch just how the game evolves.